Lunar authority. The only type that can have lunar authority is the reflector. And the reflector means that all of the centers are undefined. And it means that the aura is, it's tough, but it's sampling. It's almost like a non-stick pan. It's like things kind of slide off of it, but as they slide off, it takes a little sample of each thing. Now, with the reflector and the lunar-based authority, that means that every month, as we go through each moon cycle, there are different activations that get turned on and off in the reflector, again and again, in the same unique pattern. Once you know the form, and it is, to me, I think of it like a martial arts form, like learning, these moves as you go around the wheel of the hexagram. It happens every 28 days, every moon cycle, which is really cool for the reflector because you can actually start to get cues from nature. You can see where the moon's at, and you can know tomorrow morning you're going to have some energy because these two centers are going to get turned on. And you may, see where the moon is coming up to, and for an afternoon you may become emotional because the emotions to the throat may be turned on, or any various combination that comes up in the reflector's chart. So for the reflector, it's really about learning to wait that whole cycle, that whole dance, because you guys are lunar children. You're not earth people. I mean, it's kind of, it's a little sci-fi in a way. Very cool to be a reflector, but, you need to really, really, really slow down. And, you think of how fast the world is moving and how many people are going to support you in waiting a month to make a decision about something. So any major decision for the reflector needs to be put into basically a month cycle, a 28-day cycle with the moon, so that it can see it from all these different perspectives. It needs to see it from its emotional perspective, or its, energetic perspective, or its self perspective. The one little afternoon it has these perspectives is almost like walking around a statue, as the month goes on and looking at it from different angles. And then at the end of that month, you have a clear picture of what that statue is. Before that, there's no real view for you. Your view is incomplete. So if you're a reflector and you're involved in this, then you should really be into the transits of the moon and understand how they affect your chart. And if you just are you're new to human design and just finding this, you can experiment with this by just, taking one decision and waiting a month on it. And seeing, maybe even journaling a bit, and seeing that how many different perspectives, how many times you see it totally different. Because if you're a reflector, none of this is you. You're not the mental, the stuff going on in your mind. You're not the need to prove yourself. You're not the need to be pressured energetically. You're not emotional. The intuition's not you. None of this is you. The expression's not you. None of it. It's so trippy when I think about it, because I know my open centers and I know how volatile they are within my own design. I can't imagine if none of it was me, and my anchor became the moon. Wow, okay. So then all of a sudden you're locked in this beautiful dance with the moon, and you're using the moon as your, it's your compass. It's the way you navigate your life. And again, as you go through these lunar cycles, again and again and again, you'll start to totally recognize the dance. At first, it takes a little vigilance. You might want to really understand the program as it relates to you directly and what things turn on and off. But again, you don't even need to do that. If you find out you're a reflector today and you want to start experimenting with this today, and you're not ready to invest a bunch of money in human design, that's totally okay. Just take a decision. Ride it out for a month and see what happens. Maybe full moon to full moon, or whatever day you discover. I really recommend the lunar calendars, or around the islands or around any water. They have the tide calendars that usually also show the phases of the moon. This could be a really helpful tool for you. It really could. And just know that you guys are really, really different, and that you're not here to be jacked up on the energy. You're here to wait out an entire lunar cycle before you make a decision. And you're here to be in awe of the program that's controlling the whole planet. And what's really fun for the reflector, as you begin to get a better understanding of human design and how this stardust is coming through us and programming everything just like a big computer program. And you look at the news, and whatever the program for the day is what the headline in the news is, and it's what the headline in the paper was, and it's like, oh my God, this is a program. This is a digital program that's coming through us and conditioning us every day, and most people believe it's them, and they're making decisions out of it. And what we're asking, or what we're suggesting in human design, is to break free of the matrix, to step out of the program and learn to watch. And I think what a radical view for the reflector to just stand back and watch, to stand on the mountaintop and just serenade with the moon, to know what it is to be a lunar creature on the earth at this time. What a magical ride, guys, Good luck, and I support you, if no one else does, in waiting a month to make a decision, because it's the only way that you can get to your clarity and know what's correct for you. Good luck, guys.